Good morning, students. This is lesson number 2 of chapter Matter and Chemical Formulae, and today we are going to learn about molecules, elements, and compounds. Molecules. A smallest particle of a pure substance which has independent existence. Substances are of two types, pure and impure. So, pure substances are made up of small particles, and those particles are joined together to make a molecule. So, a molecule is a group of two or more atoms that are chemically combined. It is the smallest particle of a substance that can exist independently. For example, in case of hydrogen, two atoms of hydrogen combine to form a single molecule of hydrogen named as H2. Similarly, in case of oxygen, two atoms of oxygen combine together to form a single molecule of oxygen named as O2. Next, sulfur molecule. As you can see in the diagram, in sulfur, 8 atoms of sulfur combine together to make a single molecule that is known as S8 or sulfur molecule. Points to be noted here. First, we have one atom of hydrogen named as H. Second, we have two atoms of hydrogen named as 2H. Third, we have one molecule of hydrogen named as H2. And fourth, there are two molecules of hydrogen existing independently from each other, that is H2 and H2. There is no need for these molecules of hydrogen to combine together, as H2 is the stable form of hydrogen and that can exist independently without combining with any other atom or any other molecule. Let us further learn about them more with the help of a video.
Molecules. The smallest particle of an element is called an atom. An element is made up of only one kind of atom. For example, all atoms of oxygen are identical and atoms of nitrogen are identical. Atoms sometimes exist alone and sometimes in groups. In gaseous elements such as hydrogen, nitrogen, chlorine, etc., atoms exist in groups of two each, and such a group of atoms is called a molecule. A molecule of an element contains two or more atoms of the same element. For example, two atoms of oxygen exist as a pair in a molecule of oxygen gas. The number of atoms in a molecule of an element is known as its atomicity. The atomicity of oxygen, hydrogen, nitrogen, chlorine, etc. is 2. 3 atoms of oxygen combine to form ozone. So, these today. Let us use some colored beads to understand how elements are different from compounds. Consider the yellow beads as oxygen atoms, the red beads as hydrogen atoms, and the blue beads as carbon atoms. Let us try to make an oxygen molecule, a water molecule, a carbon molecule, and a carbon dioxide molecule using these atoms. You know that one oxygen molecule is made up of two oxygen atoms. So here we go. one and two oxygen atoms put together, and we have an oxygen molecule. Now, the water molecule. One water molecule is made up of two hydrogen atoms and one oxygen atom. So we need one yellow bead and two red beads to make one water molecule. This seems interesting. Let us continue to make the carbon molecule and the carbon dioxide molecule. One carbon molecule is made up of two carbon atoms. So here is 1 and 2 put together, and we have a carbon molecule. The carbon dioxide molecule, on the other hand, is made up of one carbon and two oxygen atoms. So here is one molecule of carbon dioxide. Here are all molecules we have made so far. Do you notice that the molecules of oxygen and carbon are made up of only one kind of atoms? Well, all such molecules that are made up of only one type of atoms are called elements. But then, what about molecules like water and carbon dioxide? Well, all such molecules that are made up of more than one type of atoms are called compounds. The properties of a compound are different from the properties of the elements that make the compound.
My kids, you understood what we studied about molecules, elements, and compounds today. So, based on that, here is your homework. Thank you. Have a nice day.